I found the biggest problem with the San Francisco 49ers and how the Buffalo Bills can exploit them. One of the biggest differences between the Buffalo Bills and San Francisco 49ers is the turnover differential. And this really boils down to one of the biggest leading factors why the Buffalo Bills will beat the San Francisco 49ers. Take a look. The Buffalo Bills are a plus 14 turnover differential so far during this season. You can clearly see the takeaways on this Buffalo Bills team. We have 21 total takeaways this defense has had, and the Buffalo Bills have literally only given the ball away 7 times total, leading to a 14-point turnover differential, which leads the NFL. Bills are the best in the NFL at this. So where are the 49ers? We have to come all the way down here where the 49ers differential is at 0. And again, the Buffalo Bills is at 14. It's insane to see this. So the takeaways by the San Francisco 49ers, which really isn't anything too bad, but they're right here at 16 total takeaways, the 49ers. So unbelievable to see this, that they have 16 total takeaways, but they're at a 0 turnover differential rate because of all of the giveaways offensively. They've had 16 giveaways offensively, whereas the Buffalo Bills have only had 7 giveaways offensively. Now, the next advantage for the Buffalo Bills still stems from the same tree of being efficient during games, and it is the total amount of touchdowns that the Buffalo Bills offense has been putting up. And we can see here the passing stats so far during the 2024 season throughout all of the NFL. We can clearly see that the Buffalo Bills have 18 total passing touchdowns so far during this season. And when we take a look at the San Francisco 49ers, they've had 14 total passing touchdowns so far this season. And then we could take a look at the total rushing stats here and the total rushing touchdowns, which is very interesting to see. But the Buffalo Bills currently 18 total rushing touchdowns throughout this season, and the San Francisco 49ers all the way down here at 10. So the Buffalo Bills, 8 more rushing touchdowns than the San Francisco 49ers rushing the football, and passing the ball here again, the Buffalo Bills doing some big time things, passing the football, being efficient with 18 passing touchdowns. San Francisco only 14, 4 more passing touchdowns, 8 more rushing touchdowns than the San Francisco 49ers. Absolutely insane. 12 more touchdowns in total than the San Francisco 49ers through 12 weeks, averaging a touchdown more per game. What I find very interesting here is that the San Francisco 49ers statistically yard-wise have done very well, but because of this horrible turnover differential, because of their inability to score as efficiently as the Buffalo Bills in touchdowns, we can clearly see here that offensively, the San Francisco 49ers have actually put up more total passing yards than the Buffalo Bills at 2,812. The Buffalo Bills are at 2,548. So you consider all the extra attempts that the Buffalo Bills have had because of this turnover differential, clearly a plus 14 on the turnover differential, giving Josh Allen and this offense more opportunities to run up to score and pad their stats, score more touchdowns, have more passing yards. The Buffalo Bills are still below the 49ers in total passing yards. So we definitely have to eye in on this and just understand what the 49ers offense is fully capable of. Like, yes, they're still capable of moving the football. And don't forget, Christian McCaffrey just came back to the 49ers the past couple weeks. Even rushing yards, the 49ers have more total rushing yards than the Buffalo Bills. Very interesting, the 49ers are at 1,522, and the Buffalo Bills are at 1,311. But again, we've had a lot more rushing touchdowns. I think we've been overall more effective rushing the football. Our offense, defense, and special teams have complemented one another, clearly because of the turnover differential. We're just doing some things that don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet. But it's not just your offense, it's also the defense. And we could see here that these are the lowest defensive passing totals that they've allowed so far in the NFL. And we can see the 49ers are top 5 in the NFL right now, only allowing 2,264 passing yards so far this season. The Buffalo Bills are below them here at 2,495. So the San Francisco 49ers are allowing fewer yards on a per game basis, but the Buffalo Bills, again, coming away with a massive amount of turnovers. 13 turnovers, interceptions for this Buffalo Bills defense, 11 for the 49ers. But again, their offense is turning the ball over a lot. These are the fewest rushing yard totals so far throughout 2024, and we could see that the Buffalo Bills are below the San Francisco 49ers. They've only allowed 1,219 total rushing yards this season. The Buffalo Bills have allowed 1,310. So very, very close, relatively the same. But again, look at the total amount of touchdowns. So we could see here that the 49ers so far this season have allowed 16 total rushing touchdowns, whereas the Buffalo Bills have only allowed 6. This is another clue that the Bills have been very efficient in certain downs and distances, especially in goal line situations. The Buffalo Bills are not allowing touchdowns. Literally 10 fewer touchdowns than the 49ers against the rush. And this just signals to me that the Buffalo Bills, we might break, right? We might allow some chunk plays. We might allow teams to run the ball more effectively on a per yard basis. We might allow them to pass more effectively on a per game basis. But when it comes down to clutch moments of the game, when it comes down to stopping touchdowns and, being efficient in that regard, the Buffalo Bills have clearly been much more efficient and taken advantage of the opportunities during games, more so than the San Francisco 49ers. When the Bills have a running back who's on track to finish 3rd in the all-time record list in history for the Buffalo Bills' most rushing touchdowns in a single season, going against a 49ers team who have allowed a lot of rushing touchdowns, I think this signals to us that James Cook is primed for a dominant game here. And even LaShawn McCoy saying that James Cook is officially his favorite running back. You could see that James Cook, that brother can play, McCoy said on a Buffalo Plus podcast. I see him in the NFL, explosive, strong, quick, elusive, good hands, good vision, great patience, and he competes. He's one of my favorite running backs to watch. A lot of talent. Some additional advantages the Buffalo Bills have here, I would say, is our offensive line. You can take a look here that Brock Purdy sacked the 21 most in the NFL at a total of 20, whereas Josh Allen has been sacked the 30th at only 13. We could see the 49ers and the Bills really have relatively close the same amount of sacks here. 28 total sacks for the 49ers, whereas the Buffalo Bills have had 27. So defensively, they're both getting roughly about the same amount of sacks, but clearly San Francisco 49ers offensive line is not blocking as well as the Buffalo Bills based on how many times Brock Purdy's been sacked compared to Josh Allen. From an outside perspective, you would say that the 49ers are relatively the same as the Buffalo Bills in the total amount of yards per game, how their defense is allowing certain yards. But when you look at the ins of it and the inside scoop, the turnover differential, Bills are dominant. That means the Buffalo Bills are going to get more opportunities to run up that score. A plus 14 turnover differential compared to a 0 for the 49ers is definitely going to be a huge advantage for Bills Mafia heading into this game. Then you take a look at the overall efficiency of the Buffalo Bills. We are able to score touchdowns. We're not putting up as many yards as the San Francisco 49ers, but we're scoring points and we're scoring touchdowns. We're being effective in the red zone and in clutch moments during the game, as well as defensively. Maybe we're giving up more yards, rushing and passing, but when our backs are up against the wall, we're not allowing opposing teams to score touchdowns or run up that score. And then you couple this with the offensive line doing much better than the San Francisco 49ers offensive line. I think these are all of the crucial advantages the Buffalo Bills have over the San Francisco 49ers. Well, I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe for future content. Put a lot of effort and research into these videos, so it would really mean the world by hitting like and subscribe. Also, check the links down below in the description. If you guys want to go to the San Francisco 49ers game, check out SeatGeek.com and use promo code BNC. You'll get $20 off your next purchase, as well as Buffalo Fan Shop on the Etsy store linked down below. You guys can get free shipping, sizes small all the way up to 5XL on the Buffalo chicken wing merch. So check that out. There's different colors. 50 reviews, over 5-star on 50 reviews. So it's definitely high quality stuff. And also Course Careers, they are going to have a Black Friday sale from the 28th until the 2nd. You guys can get $50 off using my link, plus an additional 20% off during this time frame. It's personally how I started my full-time job working in Kenmore, New York for 13 years. I wanted a remote job, so I went to Course Careers. I got certified in tech sales, and I had 3 companies reach out to me immediately after graduating, because Course Careers has developed this great relationship with hiring managers and recruiters, and they hired me on the spot. So now I could do this YouTube channel, and I could also work full-time, fully remote, and I want you guys to live a more fulfilled life too. So check that out. Appreciate you guys all so much. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.